I'm in the Sierras. Eastern Sierras. Lower Owens, wild trout area. I'm fishing, so this is gonna be fun. Stay tuned. I'm just putting together a new leader. This is what I'm using. I'm just using a 4X 9-foot leader. If you've never been fly fishing before and you don't do some research, you can really screw up your leader. But basically, they come, and most times you're going to find this loop end. And what most manufacturers do is they wrap it. So they wrap it internally around the entire loop. So if you were to just start pulling on this, thinking that this is just going to unwind nicely, you're going to get a huge knot. What you can see is you're going to basically unwind it. It's normally wrapped 2 to 3 times until, one more time, and there it is. So now it can fully unwind and it's not going to wrap itself. It's tapered, so this end of the fly line is pretty thick. It's a good diameter, and then as you go to the running end, it's super thin. You could barely even see it on the camera. So on the thicker side of the tapered leader, there's a loop, and on your fly line, there's also a loop. So what you do is you connect the loops. And then you're going to take your running end and you're going to run it through the fly line and then bring that all the way forward. And if you do it correctly, slip that knot through there, you're going to get this loop to loop connection right there. You see that? You don't want to really screw up your leader. So what you do is, this is a 4X. So I'll tie to my 4X. You want to try to match it. So I have a 4X, so I'm going to tie another 4X to the running end of my leader. And then I'm going to tie my first fly, which is going to be a heavier nymph, basically. It's middle of winter, if you couldn't tell. Tie a smaller fly from your big fly. You'll use smaller tippet. So if you get snagged, you don't want to lose both your flies. You only lose one, so you'll break off. If you can't get it out, you'll break this before you break your main. So, just some tips for you. All right. Next, I'll show you how you attach your 6 to 8 inches of tippet to your main line. And you do that with a double surgeon's knot. So you're going to take your main and your tippet, lay them on top of each other, and create a loop. Okay. And then you're just going to do a double overhand knot. So an overhand knot through once, and then again, and then lubricate, grab both ends, and pull tight. That is your double surgeon's knot. Really hard to tell, but that's connecting the two. And now I'm going to clip the tag ends. From there, I'm going to attach my first nymph. And today, I'm going to start out with, I believe this is a size, either a 14 or a 16 hare's ear. Or no, this is a pheasant tail, excuse me. So, looks like that. And there's the front. It's not weighted. There's no bead on the end, so I'm going to add a split shot. So that is 4X to 4X tippet. And then I'm going to snip off a section of 5X, 12 inches or so. And then I'm going to connect this new piece of line to the bend of the first hook. 12 inches or so from my main. I'm going to tie on my bottom fly, and for that, it's a little large, but I'm an amateur fly tyer, and this is the first, or Oh, thank goodness. I got it. It's a zebra midge. It's a size 16, which is a little large, but I'm just learning how to tie flies, and I tied myself a zebra midge for this trip. And I have more, but I didn't tie them, and I'm hoping to catch a fish on a fly that I tied myself. That'd be really special. I'm just going to take this really very, very small split shot weight just above the knot. That's just going to get it down where I want it to go. And then I'm going to put an indicator probably about 1.5 feet. I'm going to see how deep the water is before I add my indicator. Got a little trout. Tiny, tiny guy. Lost him though. Got one. Small brown. Yes. There we go. First fish. That took forever. All right. Midge is out. Your hands. And I got him on my midge that I tied. That's awesome. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful brown. There he goes. Yes. Yes. Okay. So basically, all I did was I had a good amount of line out, and I let it drift right here in this lane. Nice brown. Oh, it looks better. It looks a lot better. I think he might be foul hooked. He is foul hooked. Oh man. That's not what I wanted. Okay, well, hook came out. Let this guy go. Nice brown again. Alright, I didn't have any fly sealant, so my line came undone when I got snagged up just then. So that's it for my first zebra midge. Caught 2 trout, well, caught one and snagged another, so not really. Let me keep this, just gotta snip this off, and we'll look for a better area. Good morning, guys. I am at the Owens River today. Yesterday I was at the lower Owens, now I'm at the upper. And I'm going to be going after some trout. The Owens River feeds into Lake Crowley. And the upper Owens basically acts as a nursery for these fish. So they'll come upstream, the lake's down there, and they'll come upstream, and this is where they're gonna lay their eggs. So there's a fall run and a spring run, and the fall fish are returning back to the lake, and they're like a lot darker in color, and the fish that are just now coming up to spawn, they're silvery, almost like no color. So there's brown trout, rainbow, and cutthroat in Lake Crowley. So, and they get pretty big. This section of river has some really deep pockets, and these fish are smart. The visibility, though, is the water's a little dirty. Should be better for me in terms of not spooking the fish, but harder for the fish to not see what I'm throwing. So I went to the the trout magnet in Bishop, and the guy there hooked me up with some flies. He said he came up here the other day, was catching them on this worm presentation, and I believe this is a type of a Frenchie presentation. I believe that's what this is. So hopefully you guys can see that. Oh man, this is, who would have thought? Not until this year I would have thought of going fishing in the middle of winter, trudging through a couple inches of snow. And there's a couple other anglers out here today, so I'm gonna be respectful to them and keep my distance and stay quiet. Okay, I'm gonna add some weight. Alright, well, I hooked a giant rainbow and lost it, and I wasn't even recording, unfortunately. I casted right here and he took it right underneath this ledge. Oh man, I got my butt kicked today for about 5 hours straight. One hooked fish, and I lost him. Probably one of the, dude, he was a huge rainbow trout. And I'll show you footage. There's trout in here, and they're feeding. Whatever I got, they don't want. Either that, or I just couldn't present it to them well enough. I'm just not good at that, getting that better drift, you know. Maybe I wasn't deep enough. Maybe I was too deep, because I feel like I was too deep for the most part. It's like the flies or the nymphs are ticking the bottom. I'm getting hung up. Line's getting tangled. You know, like, dude, rough day. It's good to be out here though. It's beautiful. Maybe next time I come looking for those big winter trout, I'll get a guide. So there's the fish that was jumping. That was probably around the same size of the rainbow that I hooked. Alright, well, I'm here at the Big Pine Canal, and I just did a little scouting mission, and there's some small fish. I don't know if they're trout or not, but they were kind of schooled up together, but they spooked very easily, so this could be pretty difficult. I've got a strike indicator to like 6 inches to like a little split shot, and then down to really tiny size 20 zebra midge. Barbless, of course. And these the fish that I saw were right over there. Fish. Fish. Oh man, yes. There it is. Finally, a nice brown. Got the hook out. That's what I came here for. I'm just gonna keep them in the water, rejuvenate them. Oh my goodness, that's what I'm here for. Oh my gosh. I got my butt kicked on this trip. I thought this is my first time fishing slow, these slow moving fish in the winter. Mind you, it's February 14th right now, so, and I wasn't really sure what to do. I researched a bunch of stuff, but I still wasn't sure. And so that was worth it. Oh my goodness. Another one. Another fish. I'm just keeping tension, trying to keep them in the water, but tire them out. I want to keep them away. It's another nice brown. And the net. All right. In the net. Another nice hook set. Dude, this. So I'm fishing a barbless size 20 zebra midge right now. And there it goes, just pops right out. That's amazing. Oh my goodness, yes. All right, looks like he's ready to go. All right, so I'll wet the hand. Dude, nice looking trout, man. There he goes. Straight to the bottom. He's swimming upstream. There goes another trout, just went downstream actually. You guys scared. And this is it, dude. Just, I'm on the side of the 395. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be just about it. Appreciate you guys coming and watching the video, hanging out with me today. And it was a tough trip, learning a new type of fishing, fly fishing for the most part. I don't really do a whole lot of river or midge type of stuff, but it was a lot of fun. I got to use my new waders, And I caught a fish on a fly that I tied myself, so that was a lot of fun. I caught one, I snagged the other, and then and today was just a blessing, you know. Not even trying to go fishing today. I was just thinking, you know what, I'll just do a really quick like 7-minute video, but of just like the first day. But you know what, like I'll show my struggles at the Owens River. And today was just was not expecting it, and I think I found a new spot to visit for brown trout, at least.